Hi guys, it's Weeded, and I am back with another pour. This one's going to be a little bit different in that I'm going to mix paints up a little differently, and I'm going to use some squeeze bottles, which hopefully will give me more control and more negative space that I'm looking for. I'm really looking for more movement in this particular one. I took the really disgusting, and this is still wet a little bit, but I took the really disgusting canvas and cleaned the silicone off of it, and this is why it's textured. I'm reusing it. Oh my gosh, it was so awful. But so I'm going to be using this, and the top part is dry enough, but the bottom edges are a little wet, and I'm not worried about that. So I'm going to set that aside and mix up my paints. I'm going to show you how I'm mixing them because this is a little different. I want to use mica iron oxide, which is really too thin, so I'm going to try mixing it with some gel. I'm going for the light blue, and I plan on using pearlescent white and silver. Where is it? There it is. Okay, and silver. So the last pour, I tried this, it just didn't have enough contrast. I wasn't happy with it, so I am adding the mica iron oxide in the hopes of getting something that is a little bit darker. I am a little concerned about this color because it's a little more earthy than I would like, but I'm doing a small canvas to see how that works out. So, and again, I'm reusing my cups. These are little condiment cups. My canvas, and see, there's the mica iron oxide. I'm hoping that gives me a little bit more of the contrast that I'm after. So adding a little bit of that, and since it is so thin, I'm going to try to mix some of this heavy gel with it and see if we don't get something that isn't going to mix up. Come on. Let's mix this up. But I wanted to show you how I was doing this, since it is just a little bit different. I'm not used to doing this, but I needed to thicken this up, and then it looks like I'm going to have to thin it back out. Okay, I'm hoping it's not too, like, clumpy. If it's not one thing, it's another. So, and I'll try to put a description, try to remember to put in the description where I begin actually in the pour, because some of you are just interested in the pour. You don't want to see exactly what I mixed, and others want to see what I mixed and how I mixed it and the consistency. So, because I never do the same thing. I'm so disappointed with the last pour that I did. Oh my gosh. I was so convinced that was going to turn out well that I almost just did a big canvas. The colors to me were so pretty, and I thought, oh, this is going to turn out. I know it. Let me just go ahead and do a big canvas and not worry about doing a test pour. Ah! It was awful, folks. It was disgusting. I couldn't get over it. I thought it was going to be so good. Okay, so that's got that. That obviously is going to have something mixed in with it. And I don't know if there we go. Start to have trouble getting my pearlescent white out. And there we go. That should be fine, I hope. There's my white. My silver is also going to need to be thinned a little bit. And this cap is always so hard to get undone. Alright. There we go. And a little bit of the blue. a lot of the blue. Alright, now I'm going to put in my pouring medium, and I think I'll put some in the mica iron oxide and in the blue. Actually, I'll put a little bit in all of them. There we go. I'm having trouble uploading videos. I don't know when you're going to get to see this one. I've got a backlog of videos that need to be uploaded, but for some reason the uploads keep stopping, which is pretty annoying. There we go. So basically, I eyeballed it and was just trying to thin out the colors. I will be adding silicone oil and some alcohol, whoops, to these. There I go. I'm starting to wear my paint again. Such a good thing that I invested in aprons to wear. It was getting bad. I was getting paint on all my clothes because I am not the neatest person in this respect. Okay. I saw some resin pores. Ooh. I can see that I will have to try a few resin pours with layers. That just, it was awesome. So nice. Alright. I still think this bothers me. I'm trying to mix it up really well. And I apologize, I would have done this off camera, but when I do that, then people want to know, okay, what did you use and how much? And how did you, thicken it up? How'd you thin it down? So, trying to help everybody by showing exactly what I do. Alright, so I'm going to put a little bit of silicone oil. Just a little. I don't want a whole lot. That's good. Oop, that's good. In these two. Now we'll go ahead and put it a little bit. No, I won't put any in the silver, but I will put a little bit of alcohol in the silver. Nope. There we go. I need that one to thin down just a little bit, and trying to mix that in. Alcohol works well if you're dealing with artist quality paints. If I'm using craft paints, I found that the alcohol tends to just sort of, and that's about enough for that. Alcohol tends to just make the craft paints clumpy for some reason. And the more you stir, the more likely you're going to get little tiny cells, which I like. And if you don't stir very much, you'll get bigger cells. Alright, so at this point, I am going to put these in a squeeze bottle. And I think I'm going to have to thin this one down. I'm going to add a little more. Maybe I'll use water. Since I don't have water. I never remember water, so I'm pouring it from my mister. That ought to do it. That's plenty of water. I went to all the trouble to thicken it up, and now I've got it fairly liquid. Okay, that will pour now. And that silicone is now mixed in really well. Okay. Let's go with the blue. Alright, so they are in there. I'm going to add a little bit more blue on top. It has nothing mixed in with it. I want to put a little bit of white with nothing in there. This is the iridescent white. That's good. Let me set these aside. And I was thinking about covering my canvas with either the blue or the iridescent white. I think I'm going to go with the iridescent white. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so this is my pouring thing. And look at this. This was so awful, guys. There. Now you can't see quite as much of how awful that pour was. I think it was the unbleached titanium I used in it that just didn't work. There was too much of it. I'm always cautious about using red. Well, this time I don't think it was the red. I think it was the titanium, unbleached titanium. That was so awful. Okay. I am going to go lightly over the canvas with my iridescent white. I think I am. Wow. I'm really not trying to get coverage so much. I can't seem to hold on to it. Alright, that's good enough. I just want my canvas a little bit wet to do this. And I don't want a whole lot of paint on there. So it doesn't look like it because it's reflecting the glare, but there's not that much coverage. It's just reflecting. I'm letting it set. And now let's see what happens. Oh, I'm really kind of in love. I really don't want to ruin that. Really don't want to ruin that. I just want to let it pour and slip off. So I think what I'm going to do right now is take a little bit. I have some in there. Let's hope I don't dribble. I'm going to put some of this iridescent white in here. Hopefully that's enough. Right on top the other colors. Flip it upside down. I don't think I want to do anything, guys. I really, really like that. It does have nice, gentle cells in it, but the cells are well within the movement, so it's really quite pretty doing that. And now I'm just playing Now I'm just absolutely playing. Okay, there it is. Really, really liking that. It is forming cells on its own. It's forming some lacing in here, and I'm not going to torch it. I am going to leave that and let it dry. So I will be back when this is dry to show you. Okay, this is what it looks like dry, and I do like it. Am I satisfied? No. It does have a lot of texture in it. I'm going to try to get the light to show. So it's not really smooth. That's okay. A layer of resin will wipe that out. I do like this one much, much better than the last one. Still, and it's got really nice cells over here. I like the way that the squeeze bottle works with this. It still doesn't have exactly what I'm after. So was this a better pour than the last one? Yes. Do I have the proportions just right? Nope, I don't think so. Not on the colors anyway. So yeah, definite improvement. And I will keep working with this. Thanks.